So being a monk so many years now, I am thinking how much this practice supported to keep my life and happy and peaceful. So last night I was thinking about it. Even I didn't have any doubts about this path anymore. I am always thinking this teaching and my spiritual journey saved my life. That's a wonderful thing. So, and also I was thinking when I was a young teenage monk, I had some difficulties, especially with the anger. Right? You know, we all have that experience. And always I had some problem with anger. Maybe it's coming from my family or something like that. So I had some issues in the monastic school. So one time my teacher decided he wants to send me home because he cannot handle it anymore. So then that moment, one day he said, okay, I will give you another chance. You have to learn how to love yourself. Even I didn't understand what he was talking about that time. Even in the monastic school, I had a really good training. So little by little, I practiced that quality, how to love myself. Then I experienced that whole loving kindness practice, self-loving kindness practice, changed my life within few years. So then after that experience, I am so focused on myself, how to taking care of myself. One time I remember I am planning to do my sitting meditation practice. Then I am going through the monastic buildings. Then one of my brother monks, and so I am walking by, and he said, you know, I need your help. I need your help. Then I said, no, I am going to meditate right now. Right? And then I said, I don't have time right now, can I do it later? Then right away he said, you are so selfish. He said that. But I didn't listen to him. I did my meditation. Later, I was thinking about it. I felt a little bit guilty about it, but I didn't help him. But it's not really urgent. And later I figured out my meditation is the most important one. Then I said, you are the Mara. Mara means like evil power. You know, we were laughing after that. Because when the time I try to practice my meditation, there's some distraction come from somebody else, through somebody else. You know, my distraction came through my brother monk and stopped my meditation practice. Then I said, like an evil power possesses you and try to stop my meditation practice. We were joking and laughing about it. So that day, long years ago, I realized even that kind of, the experience and situation, I realized my meditation practice, my spiritual journey, my loving kindness practice is the most important thing right now. So I believe that. So now, many years later, I can see how powerful that practice. I know we have to help and support other people, but in this spiritual journey, in the beginning of your journey, your practice is the important one. Even we can see so many other things we can do and help other people. So practicing that quality and that self-loving kindness practice, and years and years and years and years later, now I can see I have so much compassion for other people. So this time when I was in Sri Lanka, I realized I am not ego about it. I realized how wonderful this practice. When I really see my practice is going well, now I can see all the suffering, all the pain other people going through in their lives. So now I feel I am ready to help them. So that's why I did that incubator hospital project, from your help, and it was wonderful. Then I have so much energy to do so much for other people. So when I was in Sri Lanka, so always I am going there to stay with my family, but it doesn't work always, because I will go there with so many projects. Can you believe, living in 2 months in Sri Lanka, I was sit with my mom just one night, right? So now she is understanding about my nature and what I am doing. She is kind of accepting that. She is, and also she is appreciating that. Now I feel even I am connected with my biological family. More than that, I feel I am connected to the whole world and whole community because of my practice. I feel the compassion for my parents and my family, and also same time I feel so much compassion for other people too. So the good thing, now when I do that whole project, now think about the one hand is a loving kindness, self-loving kindness practice. Now the second quality, now we all are practicing compassion for the other people. So when you do that, so many compliments will happen. So people come and appreciate my work, and also I can see all the development, all the benefit people receive from my work. So when they have all the comfortable life, doing all the project from my side, I feel so happy. That means I have sympathetic joy for them. It's called the mudita. Right? So now I feel so happy to see they are happy. Now they have incubator in the hospital. I feel so happy to see that. Then what happened? The last thing, after doing all those work, people come to me and appreciate, Bhante, you did the great job, how wonderful, we don't have words to thank you, and so many appreciation. Then I realize it is dangerous. So then I experience, then I have equanimity about it. I see people appreciate it, that quality, and also still I am practicing my equanimity. I say thank you. So think about what I experience practicing self-loving kindness towards myself. Now I see so many things happen to the whole world, and saving my life, and also I am helping other people to practice and to have comfortable life for them. That's really interesting. So always when I think about my spiritual journey and Buddha's teaching, I am not going to academic level. I have academic background too, but more than academic level, I always go through my heart and my feeling and my experiences, and it's really affecting to my life, and also it's really affecting to other people. Right? So when I was in Sri Lanka, now doing all those projects and things, now people keep coming and asking things. And one evening, somebody came to me and said, Bhante, there is a really poor family. Even my last day, right, before I leave, and you have to go and see them. You have to go and see them. I said, I don't have time now. I had to pack myself. I had to leave this night. Then they said, no, please take even 1 hour. Then I thought, people keep asking, I have to go. So then I was driving almost 2 hours with my father and one of my students who is in Sri Lanka, Michael, and we all went there and see that poor family. We saw that family, 3 boys, little boys, and the parents living in a mud hut. It broke my heart, right? So then I was almost crying myself. I know so many things I have in my life. I have a really comfortable life. I had so much compassion towards them. I felt I really want to do something, right? Even I don't know how. I promised them, believing my heart, I will build your house. I will build your house. So then I came and then I talked to those parents. I said, can you send that older boy to the temple? Because it's too much for them, even taking care of 3 children. Then right away when I say that, parents said, sure. Right? Then I asked that the boy, he's like 14 years old. I asked, do you like to come and stay in the temple? He said, yes, I do. Then now he's in the temple. Right? And now the family feel like a relief. Now they have a hope. I will help them to build that house. So sharing these the stories, what I am telling you. So when you really practice to yourself, when you really focusing on yourself, you can do so much for other people. Even we no need to have everything with us to do things. Only thing, you have to put your heart and love to that people. So then the message is tonight, practice self-loving kindness. Practice it. Then when you really practice it, then you can see the world around you and so much compassion you are giving it to other people. And also after that, you can see the benefit, then looking at them, you can enjoy it. Right? It's a sympathetic joy. Oh, they have it now. They have a house now. They have an incubator now. And after that, everybody come to you and appreciate and compliments, then you have equanimity about it. You are not building ego about it. So how wonderful those 4 qualities. We call the 4 sublime stages in the Buddhist teaching. So it is, we can go in a practical level. So I was thinking last night, doing all the projects, how important to do my spiritual practice. Not focusing on other people. I had to focus on myself. So the message for you tonight, focus on yourself. Then you can do other things for other people. Then whole community come together, we are supporting to the world. So that's my experience in Sri Lanka, being in Sri Lanka last 2 months. So any questions? Anything you want to bring to the discussion? Yes, Jason?
Do you ever get tired of being so compassionate?
I think that's a really good question. People keep asking me.
There's so much suffering in the world. I was watching on the news tonight, there's this big famine in Kenya. I had to turn the channel. It would really upset me.
Right. So, sometimes, I don't know, I don't have that experience. Sometimes sometimes my problem, people have sleeping problems, they cannot sleep. My problem, sometimes I cannot sleep because I am too much happy. I am overwhelmed. Sometimes I am overwhelmed with happiness. Then I keep thinking, what is next? I want to do that thing. And sometimes that's the thing happened to me. That's maybe my nature, different characters. I can get more from the society. I can handle that. So I never feel I'm tired. Even when I have those things, even I feel my weaknesses or tiredness go away right away. Then I have something to do like that. I think sometimes I feel I'm addicted to that maybe. That's why I said, again, I'm not attached to that. Right? I really feel compassion towards those people. I just do my work and walk away. Then I really know they have a good life. That's the thing I'm doing.
Well, this is kind of related to what Jason said. I was wondering, do you find that you suffer at all when you have compassion towards these people?
Yes, suffered mean I felt. I felt their pain. That means, suffered mean I'm not worrying or, the angry or something like that. Suffered mean I felt their pain and difficulty. That's the word I use for the compassion. When I feel that, then I felt I have so much, I have really good life. Those people also have a right to have a good life. That's the thing I feel always. Always I feel I want to do something for, because I want to have a good life. I want to have a comfortable life. Why not for them? I don't feel like worrying about them. No. When I use the word, I feel, they are suffering, it means I really want to do something for them. Once I remember after the earthquake in, what's the country? Haiti, right? So I remember somebody was crying and very emotional about whole thing. And crying. Then I asked, and did you do something for them? She said, no, I didn't do it. Then I said, why you are crying then? So my point always, we cannot do a lot. But when you feel others suffering, others pain, we have to think, what can I do for them? What can I do? Maybe sit down and talk to them. And let, help them to, the relieve their pain. Those kind of things. That's the way I feel, feel their suffering. Yeah.
Like this early in my practice, I think that for me, instead of trying to take on the whole world's suffering and feel so bad about the whole world's suffering, you use the cliche of thinking globally, acting locally, and where you, as an individual people, wherever you're at, whatever you can do, where you're at, that I think is the most important thing that you can do.
Right.
And then maybe, to get really cliche, maybe then those people that you hope they pay it forward.
Right, exactly.
And hopefully they'll get stabbed in the end. But,
yeah.
Then, I think that's how it grows.
Right, exactly. I totally agree. That's a good point. That's a really good point. But again, don't lose your practice. That's very important. That's the thing I was thinking about it. Doing this, all the projects and traveling and working with the people, did I lose my practice? It doesn't help. Always your practice is a really important thing.
Actually, I would just have like two more things if you don't mind. The first thing I had was, well, actually I'm going to say the second thing, and let me answer the third thing. The second thing I was going to say was, it returned to you. You had an opportunity to return to you. Like when you were going to go meditate and your brother monk came to you and said that I need help, I have this going on, and you said, no, I'm going to meditate, I have too much to do, I don't think I can do it. Well, here it is so many years later, the exact same thing happened. Someone came to you, he said, I really would like you to visit this poor family. No, I have too much to do, I have too much packing, I have too much this, I have too much that. Fine, let's go see the family.
Right.
And then you were able to help. So you were kind of, well, in my opinion, I don't know what the words would be.
Yeah.
But you were able to right a wrong.
Yeah. So, okay, this is okay. Go ahead.
And then the third part of it is when you are doing things for people, when you are giving of yourself, when you are showing compassion, when you are showing loving kindness, and you have someone who takes advantage of you, how do you deal with that as well?
So when I share that stories when I was young monk and my brother monk as help, I really know that's not urgent. It's even I cannot remember that, but I really know that's not urgent. He can wait for that. So that moment I felt my sitting practice. Maybe this is the only time I'm doing that. So that moment is very important. So later I help him actually. That's why we laughed about it. But when I see the families now, after many years later, all the poor families and needy families, it's a totally different story because my spiritual energy is higher than before. And I feel I'm ready to do something for other people too. That's the way I feel. And your last question, sometimes yes, people take the advantages from me. I always say it. Even this time when I was in Sri Lanka, things will happen. When we do this kind of work, always those things will happen too. Right? Now when I go and do some work in Sri Lanka, I have my crew with me. So all the group go with me and they always kind of try to protect me when I try to do things because sometimes people get the advantages. So now I am not doing just by myself. Always somebody is there with me to support.
But if they get through, what if they get past the crew and they fooled everybody and then you do it and then you realize,
yeah, but I don't feel angry about it. Then still I feel they are using for something, feeding the family or something like that. All these things will happen like that. But I can let it go, not worrying about it. So any other questions?
I just want to make sure I'm clear on
the teaching,
Mhm.
the discourse. So from loving kindness and compassion and sympathetic
Joy.
joy and
Equanimity.
equanimity,
Mhm.
these are the four
Mhm.
sublime
Stages,
stages?
right,
Okay.
right.
I want to make sure I have
So
that.
what I was, this is not coming from the book. I know those four qualities on a book, right, written. But what I experience, what the message is, practicing myself, loving kindness, the practice is help to understand whole thing now, right? It's a really good thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Any other questions? No. And I'm so grateful to everybody who helped me for those projects, and so especially Ray and Patricia. They helped so much for the hospital project this year. I really appreciate that. And also, people enjoyed so much that thing, that incubator. So when I was in the hospital, that's a funny thing. So after we donating the incubator, they show me the incubator they have, right? So the Mike, my student, who is now ambassador to the Blue Lotus in Sri Lanka, he said, "This is like a toaster oven." That means there's a light, top of that, then open. It's open. They need some heat. That's like a toaster oven when we put the like bread. So then we were laughing about it, but think about that's the way people do things, right? This is a kind of the great gift for them.
Bhante, before the incubator, weren't they using something like we used to keep French fries warm here, like a heat lamp with a tray?
Right, heat
Isn't that
lamp.
what they were using?
Yeah, exactly the same kind. And also they can put one baby there. They said they are putting like 3 baby from this side. Can you believe it? That's the way they said. I was kind of surprised myself.
Are there pictures of the babies in there now?
Yeah, some pictures on Facebook. Yeah. So the hospital called me and they said now they are using the incubator. They can send me some pictures, babies inside. That's great. That's great. So again, I'm so grateful to everybody who helped me to do these projects. So thank you so much.